Hi, President Samila.
Hi, Uncle Jit. We are about to start, Uncle. We'll be starting in a couple of minutes' time.
Okay, great. Sounds good.
A very good evening and a warm welcome to all the participants we have today for the DRR visit and the general meeting for the month of November of Rotaract Club of University of Mora. So in a situation like where Zoom meetings and the webinars have become something very common in our lifestyles, it is a pleasure to have you all on board for the general meeting on this lovely Saturday evening. So if I say like this, I'm sure that you may agree with me. We as Sri Lankans are going through a tough situation these days because of the second wave of the COVID-19 global pandemic. Yeah, few months ago we had it under control, but unfortunately it has risen again, causing the second wave, but this time in a severe way. So what we as responsible citizens of Sri Lanka have to do is, we can't pass the responsibility of the pandemic to someone else. We have to take the responsibility. We have to develop self-discipline within ourselves. So if we stick to the health guidelines, I'm very sure that we as a nation can go through this tough situation. So, however, though the situation in the country is like that, we can't quit our normal procedures. What we have to do as smart individuals is change our lifestyles. We have to accept the change and carry on the normal procedures. So putting that into action, Rotaract Mora, as usual, have initiated several projects this year as well. And so we are going to discuss about them in this meeting as well. So talking about the recent projects that are running successfully these days, what come to my mind is the iReady project that's ongoing these days. So every year we are doing it in a physical venue, but this time we are having it through a virtual platform. We are entirely running the project through a virtual platform, and it is very successful with many participants on board. So that's how it's live at Rotaract Mora is. And yeah, and talking about the meeting that's going to happen today, the meeting you all are at, it's going to be a very special meeting because we have many special individuals joining with us, the district Rotaract representative and some members from the district steering committee on board. So welcome you all. I would like to welcome you all. And yeah, so we have many more things to come in today's event. So without further ado, now let's formally initiate the general meeting for the month of November.
I call the House to order.
I call the DRR visit and the general meeting for the month of November to order. To officially and formally kickstart proceedings of the day, let me cordially invite our very own secretary, Rotaract Lisha Samadhi, to read out the meeting minutes from the previous meetings and also the excuses. Lisha, over to you.
Thank you, Rotaract Samila. So I have circulated the minutes of the previous general meeting on the 20th November 2020 via an email among general members. Can someone propose the minutes?
Hi everyone, I am Vimsara Somratha, Coordinator International Service. I propose the meeting minutes.
Thank you, Rotaract Vimsara. Can someone second the minutes?
Hi everyone, I'm Dushan Disanayakal, Coordinator Professional Development. I second the minutes.
Thank you, Rotaract Dushan. Also, I have received few excuses from the general members, Rotaractor Damit, Rotaractor Ravi, and Rotaractor Hansen. So that's all from my end. Over to Rotaractor Samila.
Thank you, Lisha. To read out the Rotaract invocation, flag salutation, and the four-way test, let me cordially invite Rotaractor Sanduni Lienaki.
Raise your left hand for the oath. Flag salutation. I salute the national flag of Sri Lanka, which signifies the independence of my country, and stand for all its people, united as one nation. I pledge all allegiance to Sri Lanka and undertake to work towards its peace and prosperity in spirit of tolerance and love. Rotaract Invocation. Remember us always as thy children. O Lord, instill in us the true meaning of friendship, that the differences of cultures and creeds should not matter at all times. Endow with us the desire to serve, remembering that we too often need help as and when the need for service arises, caring to make our badge of Rotaract worthwhile. Tell us that we have not lived in vain. Rotary four-way test. Of the things that we think, say, or do, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Does it promote goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Right. Thank you, Sanduni. Right. So I think before we kickstart everything, let me just cordially welcome each and everyone who's attending today's meeting. So there is like definitely a lot to discuss in today's meeting. We have a very a special set of individuals joining this meeting. And for that reason, this general meeting is extremely important and extremely, I would say, a great moment in the Rotary year, Rotary and Rotaract year 2020-2021. So let me just quickly share my thoughts regarding how we as a club have basically gone through this journey during the last month. I recall the last time that we spoke in a general meeting, and that meeting being a very important meeting because that was at a time when we were hit back with a second wave of COVID pandemic, and we had to sort of ensure that that we were safe and we as individuals were safe and sound before everything else, right? And I remember, like, even in the meeting itself, I urged every one of you to take precautions and for probably to take a step back and stop all the physical projects that we have, sort of planned, and to, go on with our virtual projects. But having said that, for all that, during the last month or so, we've had to make very tough decisions as a club and as a member base. Sometimes I've had to be very unfair in asking you to do certain things. We had planned a wonderful physical voice donation camp with regards to Andhra. We were on the verge of planning basically the Silver Jubilee celebration of the University of the Rotaract Club of University of Mora. We were planning to conduct Are You Ready for the 25th year in a grand scale. But having said that, we had to take extreme precautions, extremely tough decisions in deciding that, okay, we have to leave the physical projects for a little while and moving to a live or virtual. And to be honest, it has extremely surprised me, the work ethic, the passion that you guys have shown, even when I asked you to do such difficult things. My amazing set of directors backed by an amazing, the most, I would say one of the most amazing general membership that we can ask for, have completely turned around the past month. Quite notably, we were able to successfully complete a voice donation camp, a novel concept in virtual platforms. And we were able to transform our annual seminar series, Nana Aruna, into a full-scale virtual seminar series now, which facilitates education for about hundreds and hundreds of students in Sri Lanka. And also, very proudly, we have been able to transform our signature club project Are You Ready, into probably making it the Sri Lanka's biggest virtual career fair, organized by university, of course. So it is extremely happy, and I as a president couldn't ask for anything better from you guys. You guys have done amazingly well. And then I just hope to basically during the course of this meeting, during the course of this session, you'll be able to see the amazing things that we are planning on doing and also the amazing things that we have achieved as a club. And then again, coming back to why this particular meeting is extremely important, because this is not only our general meeting, this is actually our DRR visit as well. DRR is basically the person who heads this entire Rotaract movement in Sri Lanka and Maldives. That is our very own Rotarian Rotaractor past president, Kavindra Kasun Sigera. So basically, just like us, there are 77 other more clubs in this particular district 3220, and they are also working very passionately, striving as one to achieve great things in this beautiful movement. So what I wanted to highlight was, of course, the DRR he inspires every one of us on a very daily basis, and he leads basically the entire movement in Sri Lanka. And him and his entire few of the very key individuals in his district committee is here to basically meet us, have a chat with us, and see how we as a club are progressing. And not only that, we have a very special individual joining with us today. That is, of course, Rotarian Satyajit Senaviratna, who's our youth services advisor, who's a big pillar of strength for all the projects that we are doing. Of course, when it comes to planning of all these club projects that you see, they from the Rotary Club of Colombo West are a big support for us. So, without further ado, let me welcome all of these dignitaries and all, of course, the board of directors of Rotaract Mora, and of course my beloved members, general members for this particular general meeting. I'm sure like you all have heard me speaking like numerous times, and probably you guys are not, I'm seeing a lot of people smiling, so you guys are not big fans of listening to me going on for hours. Don't worry, I am not planning on doing that. There are individuals who are going to do it today. So yes, there's a lot in our agenda today. So let's move into them. But before all of them, let me formally and very cordially invite Rotarian past president Satyajit Senaviratna. Hi, Uncle Jit. If you can basically speak a few words about Rotaract and perhaps about how we are going forward as a club on this very special meeting. Over to you, Uncle Satyajit.
Hi, thanks very much, President Samir and DRR Kavindra. Greetings to you too and your team. And also a big hi to all the members of the Rotaract Club of Moroto University. It's indeed a pleasure for me to be here at this my first general meeting. I took part in your board meeting, which was, I believe, last week, because so basically how this came about is that our youth service director is Rotarian Yukti Gunasekara, who's or Uncle Yukti to most of you. So what he has done is he has allocated various members to be in charge of the different Rotaract clubs and Interact clubs that the Rotary Club of Colombo West has. So we have, I believe, 5 Rotaract clubs under our purview and 6 Interact clubs. And I must say, most of them, I think, without exception, all of our clubs are doing pretty well. But I must say that I've known the Mora Rotaractors to be exceptional Rotaractors, and you have brought not only your club, our Rotary Club, our district, and all of RI, a lot of accolades by winning some great awards for some projects like, for example, the Are You Ready program, which I believe is going on for the 25th year. So you've done a quarter century of service, which is, I think, incredible. And this is something which is very useful to all of Mora University, all of Mora students, right? To get them ready to face the real world, as it were. I mean, everyone has a good time in your college life or in university life, but then you have to get down to real work, which is your professional work. So I think you all have done some incredible work towards that. And I remember another particular project. Is it what the Zooax? I can't even pronounce it, right?
Zuzanthali.
Zuzantha, right? I know, because that was a few years ago, right? About 4 or 5 years ago.
A couple of years ago, Pankaj.
Yes, I know.
2018.
And that again, you won an RI award for that. And I must say, as an aside, I must say I'd like to know more about how that project has evolved and how we can sustain that. And maybe we should do some more because environment is a very big part of our future, right? Especially in the oceans. As you have seen, the oceans have become a plastic garbage dump, if you will, which is very unfortunate. So projects like this really, show that we care about the environment. And in case you didn't know, there were 5 major areas of focus that the RI, especially doing global grant projects through the Rotary Foundation, things like water and sanitation, health, education, basic literacy, things like that. But this year, RI has added the environment as one of, so there are now 6 focus areas rather than 5. And so I think that shows RI's commitment to environmental affairs as well. So it's great that you guys are doing projects such as this, and I'd like to see kind of a follow-on project on environment as well. But I'm not going to say much more, but it's great to be associated with all of you. And please feel free to call on me anytime, and I'll try to help in whatever way I can to make your projects more successful. Any advice you may need, and I think we've already helped in the Wanakam project. I guess we got our members to donate some funding for that, and also the Senehe Yatra, where I wrote, Uncle Yukti and I made some financial contribution to that. I'm afraid we won't be able to, we have 11 different, 5 different Rotaract clubs and 6 Interact clubs whom we also have to support. So, we can't only support one club, obviously. But having said that, we'll try and do as much as we can. And good luck for this year, President Samina. I think you're doing a great job so far, under very trying circumstances, I might add. It's not been a fun year. I think all of us are waiting for 2020 to end and hope that 2021 brings better times. But till all that happens, we have to do this, meet on Zoom rather than in person, do our, social distancing, washing hands, all that good stuff, the masks and so on. So let me wish you once again all the very best, and stay safe, everyone, most of all. Oh, thank you. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Rotarian Satyajit Senaviratne. Truly, I think the Rotary Club of Colombo West is like a big support system for us. Over the years, have been a great pillar of strength to our club. And we are extremely happy and grateful that you were able to sort of witness this particular general meeting. So yes, I think that's it from my end. or I'll hand over the proceedings to Winnie, who's our moderator, or rather the host for today's evening's proceedings. Winnie, over to you.
Thank you, Samila and Rotarian Sitchip. So, as I told you at the beginning, that we at Rotaract Mora are always committed to deliver the best to our community, no matter what the situation is in the country. So, putting that into action this year too, we are having several projects. We have initiated several projects, and yes, we have completed some, and we have some ongoing projects as well. So if we want to get inspired on how to proceed with projects, no matter what the situation is, here we present to you a glimpse of our recently completed and ongoing projects of the club so far. Talking about the projects we have taken, so Andurata Atvalak is a novel concept this year. So it is done in line to improve the English language proficiency of visually impaired children. So to talk about the progress of the project and what has happened up to now, I would like to invite Rotaractor Baun Mavitagama, one of the co-chairs of the project. Over to you, Baun.
Thank you, Winnie. And to give you an idea as to what Andurata Attalak is, first of all, I would like to start by saying Andurata Attalak is a sub-project of the project Manusat Handa. And what we do here is helping to improve the English language skills of the visually impaired children so that they would have better employment opportunities. During our first phase of the project, we created content with the help of a volunteering team who helped us in creating these conversations, proofreading them, translating them, and even bringing us more volunteers so that the journey would be smooth. After months of planning and creating this content, these conversations, we finally decided to have our voice donation camp on 31st of October. Due to the pandemic situation in our country, we decided to hold it online through Zoom. And on 31st of October from 9:30 in the morning to 1:30 in the afternoon, we had the online donation camp. Initially, we had 80 slots for the event, but due to the overwhelming response we got, especially through our Zoom, especially through our WhatsApp account, where we had 180 plus participants before we decided to close the link, we decided to open this event for 100 plus slots with having 41 conversations, 41 recordings in total. A special thank you should go for the Rotaract Club of Hindustan University in India, where we got 20 plus participants. And I would also like to take this opportunity to thank each and every single person who not just donated their voice for our course, but also who helped us from the start of this event for the up until now, and especially through the online event. So thanking you guys. I must also say that Andurata Attalak, this event is not the end of Andurata Attalak. There will be more events, so stay tuned and join us. Thank you, and over to you, Winnie.
Thank you, Baun. So this is more reminder for our members participating in the meeting. We have shared the link to mark your attendance, so please kindly fill it out. And moving on back to the projects, we have Nana Aruna. Nana Aruna is a seminar series that's been conducted for the O-level students. And this time, due to the pandemic situation, we are conducting it through a virtual platform. So to talk about it, I would like to invite Rotaractor K. Gunasekara, the co-director of the club's Community Service Avenue. Over to you.
Thank you, Winnie. So NANA is the annual math seminar series we usually do. However, due to the pandemic situation, we couldn't proceed it as we usually do. So what we did was we started a YouTube channel and we started posting videos to it during the first wave. So right now we have 202 subscribers and 1.4K views, and we have uploaded 15 videos to this YouTube channel. And among those videos, there are science lessons, maths lessons, practical videos, and as well, and the seminars we have been doing via Zoom, and we have 60 plus watch hours in this YouTube channel, and it's quite growing. You can see when I made this presentation, the data I have entered and the current state, the difference between the current state data and the data I have entered in this presentation is quite different. So then the first wave, so our YouTube channel was going on, and the first wave was ended, and we decided, okay, we are going to do physical seminars. We did 3 seminars at SOS Village, Piliyandala. However, unfortunately, the second wave hit us, and we had to make a decision whether we are going to abandon this project or we are going to put our thinking caps on and do it in another way. So with the help of our president, vice president, chairs especially, we decided that we are going to make this project go virtual. And we decided, so we chose Zoom as our platform, and with the PR campaign, we managed to gather around a lot of people to this project, school students, teachers, and all. So far, we have done 16 seminars for 6 subjects. Among those subjects is Sinhala, English, Maths, Science, IT, Commerce. And in those seminars, there are lessons and past paper discussions as well. Currently, we have a average student participation over 100. However, our Zoom account can only hold 100. So we are going YouTube live as well. And though we are going YouTube live, there are students at that session as well. So our average student participation is around 130 these days, and we were fortunate enough to get the service of 10 voluntary teachers, among them our Rotaractors from other clubs, and professional teachers as well. And with the project expanding and getting a bit complex, we decided that it's time to get things more organized. So in order to fulfill that requirement, we created Nana Aruna website. It's the development stage is over right now, and we have to raise it, which will be done quite soon. So through this website, we are going to start doing, we are going to communicate our to the students through this website. And through this website, we are going to publish the schedule of our online seminars, and all the YouTube videos will be linked to this website. So anyone who doesn't have social media or any other can access our YouTube videos through this website as well. And the most important thing is they get access to Learn New through this website. I'll come back to Learn New a bit later. Next slide, please. So on the left upper corner, you can see a screenshot taken of an online seminar we have done. Since the Zoom is full, we have gone to YouTube live, and the other 3 pictures are from the Nanarun website. The upper right being the interface of Nana of the website, and the lower left be in the schedule where you can download the seminar materials and you can join the Zoom sessions or the YouTube session from that place. And the last picture, which has the light blue border, shows the access to Learn You and the YouTube videos as well. Next slide, please. And so Learn You. Learn You is the question exchange forum we have been developing these days. So yeah, so some people might say, so there are question forums like Quora Digest, Stack Overflow. But where's that question forum where a Sri Lankan student can come and post their answers and get their post questions and get their answers? So Learn You will fulfill that gap. So a member of this forum can add questions, search for answers, and answer questions that are asked by other members. So it will be helpful, it will be useful for teachers, for school children. I mean, basically, school children usually ask for questions from their teachers and tuition masters, but however, with the situation we have right now, that may not be possible. So they can come to this site, ask for questions and get their doubts clarified. And we are going to open this forum for university students as well, so that they could get their questions clarified. So like Samil said, like our president said, this is one of our unique projects we are doing. We started, our initial planning was for something else, but right now we are doing something totally different. But in the end, we are achieving the same goal we were intended to do. Over to you, Vinny.
Thank you, IS. So the next project in
Vinny, can I just interject, please? I'm afraid I need to step away because I have another appointment. So let me once again wish everyone all the very best and a very good meeting. And sorry I didn't get to see the DRR in action. My apologies to that. And good luck to everyone.
Thank you very much, Uncle.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir, for joining. So moving on with the next project, Gram Prabodaya. It's a key project that won the Rotary International Award for the international winner, the most outstanding project for the year 2016 and 17. So it is currently an ongoing project. And so to elaborate on that, I would like to invite Rotaractor Reshika Veerasinghe, the co-director of Club's Community Service Avenue.
Thank you, Vinny. Gram Prabodaya project is one of the major signature project launched by Rotaract Mora. This year we launched this project at Nochagama Dunupadagama village while continuing what we started last year. So there are around 176 families at Dunupadagama village. From this project, around 523 villagers get benefit. So when we talk about Grama Prabodaya, we can identify this project as a single project which is covering the most number of Rotary focus areas that is possible. So then the SIPS project is a sub-project of Grama Prabodaya, which we started last year. Under this project, we construct 2 classrooms. As you can see in the screen, they didn't have proper shelter for their education, so that's why we started this project. And last September we were able to completed this project successfully. Now around 80 plus students got proper shelter for their education. I would like to thank everyone who worked hard to make this project successful. Moving on to next slide. Then there are another few sub-projects currently ongoing. Digitalized project. This is another sub-project of Gram Prabodhe, which we launched to renovate the IT lab of Dunpadagam Vidyalaya. Last year we donated 10 computers to the school, and currently they just only have a classroom as their IT lab. So we are going to transform that classroom into a proper IT lab. For this project, we partnered with LSCG Technologies. Then the AquaSafe project, we started this project to install RO filter plant at Dunputagam village because villagers don't have pure drinking water facility, which leads to kidney disease. That's why we started this project. And for raising funds for this project, we launched FP fundraiser as well. Moving on to next slide. Then the Edify project. This is another special project under Gram Prabodhe. So in this project, we basically plan to conduct all a seminar series for the village students. But unfortunately, according to the current situation of the country, we will not be able to conduct physical seminars. So we came up with a solution for that, and we thought about the distance learning concept. For now, we are planning to create digital classroom at the school and conduct seminars through Zoom platform. And currently we are working on that. We will having our first seminar on the Edify project on 5th of December. Then the Senhayatra project. Under this project, we are focusing on maternal health. There are around 30 pregnant mothers at village. So we are going to donate essential pack for the mother and the newborn child. Then the under leadership development program, we are going to develop the leadership skills of the students at Dunupodagam village, since students are the one who can change the future of the village. So they need to prepare for that. That's the reason we launched this project. So that's all about the Gram Prabodhe. I invite all of you to join with this project to make the future of village better. Thank you. Over to you, Winnie.
Thank you, Ayes. So those are few of the projects we at Rotaract Mora are engaging with. But let me add this part as well. That's not all. We have many more projects ongoing. So, but before moving on to them, as I said at the beginning today, this meeting is special. We have some amazing people joining with us. So let me welcome one such individual who is a constant source of support for our journey at Rotaract Mora. He is the Guide Club Coordinator, Rotary and Rotaractor past President Chanel Mendes.
Hi everyone. Thank you for that. So, Samila, today I thought of keeping my mic on, video on, because after the last board meeting, I heard that you got few requests. So yeah, good evening, everyone. Hope everyone is keeping safe and healthy. So I'm glad to be the Guide Club coordinator of actually the Rotaract Club of Mora, mainly because there are so many reasons, but mainly because it's one of the best performing clubs in the district. And even during these difficult times, you guys are functioning really well, and it's wonderful to see. So I was there for the last board meeting last week, if I'm not mistaken, last week. So there I met most of the directors there. So since there are few general members here today, so I would say this. So if there's nothing much to say actually when it comes to Rotaract Club of Mora, University of Mora, because always they're functioning well, very energetic, But I would say this to all the general members. So if you take up a responsibility, no matter what, always try to fulfill it. You don't have to be a director or president or a secretary to conduct a project or other chair project. You might be a newcomer or a prospective member or newly inducted general member. It doesn't matter. Identify your strengths and weaknesses. When you chair a project, then only you get to know your potential as a leader. So, and how to get things done very smoothly. So always try to support your president and secretary because they are the one who are facing deadlines and talking with the district. So they'll be sharing information from district into the club. So always try to support them. Yeah, I got a question from you, Samila. So I think we addressed this issue also during the board meeting. So after your degree, like after 4 years, so what are your plans when it comes to Rotaract?
Chanila, that the question is directed at me.
Yes, because since it's better if the president can answer for that.
So you're kind of putting me down on the spot. Well, to be honest, I haven't really thought that far. But definitely Rotaract is something that I love doing. I would love to do that, but then of course I would also want to focus a little bit more on my career, like I told you that day for the board meeting. But yeah, I would definitely love to continue. But yeah, probably maybe like not with the same intensity that I'm doing now. But,
yes. Okay. Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear because most of I've seen most of the Moroto Rotaractors after the degree they leave Rotaract. There's a Rotaract club of University of Alumni in Mora, so you guys can join the club, and if not any other community-based club, so try to be in Rotaract because you can get a lot from Rotaract when down the lane. And it's not about being the president and stepping down. Just try to join another club, and you might be having a lot of new opportunities there. I know it's with the current pandemic situation, it's hard to go out and conduct projects and have physical gatherings. But don't get demotivated, guys. Always try to think out of the box. Try to come up with creative initiatives. I would say during this time period, do the planning for your upcoming signature projects. We don't know when this is going to end, this pandemic situation. Yeah, nothing much to say. All the very best, guys. Have a great few months ahead. Like you guys having another 7 to 8 months. So have a wonderful year. If there's anything, always you can talk to me. It doesn't have to be the president or the secretary, even not even director. Like if you are a general member, if you need any insights or guidance, you can always talk to me, reach out to me. And also when you're conducting a project, always let's say it's a professional development project, always try to contact with the PD team in the district. And if it's a community service project, try to talk to the community service team in the district and get their inputs. So it will be an added advantage for you because always anytime you can reach out to us. So all the very best, guys. Looking forward to see an amazing year with you guys. Thank you. Over to you. Can't remember the host name. Yeah, over to you.
Thank you for those lovely words. So a quick reminder for the members we have today. We have shared a link for the Google form. We need to mark your attendance, so please kindly fill it out. So as I said, that we have many projects ongoing. So again, moving back to the projects, Together Sri Lanka, it's a project conducted by the Rotaract District 3220. So to share our contribution to it so far, I invite Rotaractor Pasindu Madhuvantha, the co-director of Club's Community Service Avenue.
Thank you, Winnie. When it comes to the Sri Lanka project, this is a project which is led by RI District 3220. Under this project, our team is Team Scorpions, which work 9 Rotaract clubs together. And the project name of our team is Apegam.
And we are doing a project to the village Molkava in Kalpad district. And moving on to the next slide, actually our first visit to the village gave us an understanding that the village requires support in terms of renovating the school, but more importantly, providing solutions to social issues. And Koskunana Primary School is situated in Moka village in Kalpada district, and the school plays a vital role in development of the village as a whole. And there are over 170 students in the school, ranging from grade 1 to grade 11. And the school does have the basic facilities in place, but in contrast, the students' turnover rate is very high. The reason for this is the school environment is not up to the standard level. And when we talk about that, the school library is in a very poor status. Science laboratory requires renovation, and multimedia and computer devices are not functioning well, and music instruments are broken, and the play area looks stranded. Apart from the school renovations, the principal stressed on the fact that there are a number of social issues that needed to be addressed in the village. The parents are not aware of the importance of the education, and the poor economic status has led the children to have mental health related issues. Actually, in this pandemic situation, we couldn't go to the village after the first visit. So we focused on some infrastructure development of the school and donating books to the school library. And moving on to the next slide, we shared the online book drive to collect books from others. And we had satisfactory responses for that drive. And we will be able to collect more than 140 books to donate the school library. And on infrastructure development, we have focused on building a digital library in the school. In these days, renovation of the school library and renovation of the ceiling of the library are going on, and we have sent money we need for that after collecting some money from each club. And we are planning to go there and paint the library within next 2 weeks. And we are planning to donate a TV for the library and donate digital study materials in building a digital library. And for other developments, we are finding some sponsorships in these days. And furthermore, when the situation gets good, we are going to do a survey in that village, and after that, we are going to do a leadership training program, village awareness session, and cultural program in the village. Thank you. Over to you, Winnie.
Thank you, Ais. So moving on, the Rotaract Mora Model United Nations, rather RMUN. So it's a novel initiative by our club, and yeah, I may say it as the very first attempt, the first ever attempt to incorporate the MUN, Model United Nations culture in a university. So to speak up on this new experience, I would like to invite Rotaractor Bimsara Somaratna, the co-director of Club's International Service Avenue.
Thank you very much, Vinanga. So, as Vinanga mentioned, this is a novel initiative brings out by our own members. In last year, Revelation 19.0, they have bring this idea, and as directors and as the president, we all brainstorm and create this novel platform to our members to develop themselves as public speakers and delegates of the country. So, Rotaract Mora Model United Nations has been now currently going with some different steps, and we are creating the platform to our members to develop themselves. So the next slide you can see, we have gone with 3 colleague sessions. The one session, Kasunaya was there also, and we had average of about 80 to 120 participants, and we are currently working on training sessions, and we have done with 6 training sessions with average participant from 18, and we are planning to go with another 6 training sessions before the virtual conference we are planning to do in January 3rd. So this from this day onwards, we are planning to improve our number of participants from up to 30 members. So basically, it's a general invitation to our members who are willing to participate in Rotaract Mora Model United Nations. You can be there, you can learn about United Nations, you can be a delegate of your willing country, and you can learn a lot about the countries also. So from the next slide, so we are planning to move forward. So we are planning to go with a special session, special mock session about the conference with the Nepal Club, Rotaract Club of Pokhara University, Nepal, on the next month. And then we are planning to go with the debate with the Indian club called as Project Rostrum. And also we are planning to send 5 participants from our club to the Concurrence 2021 held by Rotaract District 3250. So also, as the Naval initiative, we have organized or arranged the first ever virtual conference in Rotaract Mora Model United Nations in January 3rd. So this will be open for university students of Rotaract Mora, and anyone who are willing to participate, you can join with this. So moving forward from this one, we have created the next platform, Sri Lanka Rotaract Model United Nations. This will be the elevate point from the Rotaract Mora Model United Nations. This will be an open event. We are currently planning go with the semi-virtual manner. So that means one part will be physical, another one will be eventually be the virtual part. So we are planning go with that. Everyone who are willing to participate, who are interested in this concept, can participate from any Rotaract club all around Sri Lanka. So if you are a member of either 77 clubs in Sri Lanka, you can be a member of Sri Lanka Rotaract Model United Nations. So moving forward, that's all about Rotaract Mora Model United Nations. Moving forward, we have Project Sahayoga. So before that, we have a small video for you. Yeah.
Hello, it's me, Navin Raduri, Chartered President of Rotaract Club of Pokhara University. You don't have an objective, basically you are not going anywhere. When you are organizing a project, we are part of this great initiative where we facilitate a foreign club.
So when I talk about Project Sahayoga, it was initiated under request we had from Rotaract Club of Pokhara University in Nepal. We had done an orientation program for their 15 board directors. They are newly chartered Rotaract Club, which was started in September this year. So according to their request, we have covered in every aspect club administration, district perspectives, and also avenues and their projects also. So I would take this chance as opportunity to thank you, past president, assistant district Rotaract representative Pavinaya, who was a guest speaker for this session to give and share their knowledge about the district and the Rotaract. So I also like to thank our president and VPs, vice presidents. They were the core in this project. They helped us a lot to deliver our ideas, concept to this club in different location, different Rotaract district. So we had 15 board directors in this session, and we held this on 20th December. This was a huge success from our point of view, and they also give good feedback from their side. So that's all from my end. Over to you, Vinaka.
Thank you, Vimsai. So we are moving on, and the next in line, the project. This project is, of course, something very interesting, and even I am so curious about it. So let me call it as Indirector. And yeah, we at Rotaract Mora are changing our lifestyles to suit the situation, the new normal. So this is a good example. So Project Indirector is the very first ever virtual treasure hunt that's happening in the history of Rotaract Mora. So to speak about this project, I would like to invite Rotaractor Nipun Atulge, the co-director of club service, Avani.
Thank you, Vinanga. Hello, everyone. I'm going to introduce Indirecto, the virtual treasure hunt. This is the first time we are doing this project, and this is a new project. Actually, this is a treasure hunt happening on a virtual platform. I'm happy to say the platform is also built by our own Rotaractors in Rotaract Mora. The treasure hunt is based on a nice story about a girl called Elisa and her father. I hope you will find it very interesting. And I invite everyone to have this wonderful new opportunity. Then let's move to the next slide and see more detail about the project. This project is happening on 28th November at 10 a.m. But registration will be closed tomorrow midnight, so you have to register as soon as possible. Then I should specially mention that this is not only for the Rotaract Mora. This is open for the whole district. Anyone from any Rotaract club can compete in Indirecto. Only you have to do is gather 4 members, then create a group, then register from the registration link. I'll put the registration link in the Zoom chat also. There's another thing. If you have seen last few flyers of Indirecto, I'm pretty sure you should have been confused a lot. But if these flyers and captions confusing you, you're thinking right. All these happen on a purpose. No matter how confusing they are, if you hope to compete in Indirecto, go through each and every flyer and caption very carefully. Then I forgot the most important part. If you win in this Indirecto, you will have valuable prizes, as we mentioned here. Guys, once again, I invite everyone to participate in Indirecto and have this wonderful opportunity and this new experience. See you guys at Indirecto. Register as soon as possible. The deadline is very close. See you guys at Indirecto. Good luck, everyone. Over to Mangi. Thank you.
Thank you, Ayaz. So that's about the confusing project. So let's stay tuned to know what's going to happen in Indirecto. So yeah, we have shared the Google form in the chat box. So please, the members, please fill it out. So we need to track your attendance. So as I said at the beginning, we have some amazing individuals joining with us. So again, I'm going to introduce you one such individual. So I can call her as the backbone of Rotaract District. So she is Rotaractor past President Kayalvili Madhavaran, the Rotaract District Secretary for the year.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for that. Good evening, all. I think the backbone matter was a hint that was given by Samira. Anyhow, Vinny, thank you very much because I think through this entire meeting, you are keeping me awake. Like every time when you come and introduce, because I'm not feeling bit well, and so thank you so much for that. So this speech, actually, I asked Rotaractor, the secretary of the club, Leisha, like why the secretary? What should I like actually address this club? Because y'all have always inspired me throughout from the projects, because I have met few amazing individuals within our district steering committee where I learn a lot personally, like when it comes to projects and these like when you submit the reports or how the thinking pattern happens within the club and how you operate when you all start a project and the ultimate goal what you all want to achieve. So this is one of the club that that is being acting as a strength of this movement, who kept us running, who wants to who makes us believe, okay, we can do much more to this community, and of course we can, if we work hard, we can achieve even the impossible. So all the projects and how we all do that, inspiring us, do inspire us more with your thought patterns. And especially to the general members, y'all are at the right place. Y'all have an amazing individual, a bunch of individuals who are guiding you guys. And I'm sure y'all have past members of this club who are still being the pillar of strength for your president, secretary, and your board of directors, and to the entire general members on how to operate this particular club in and make it more successful within this movement. And I'm sure y'all are going to achieve much more, because even the assistant district secretary, Kashini, and I were discussing about few initiatives and developments y'all have introduced this year. I think I'm amazed with the outcome, and I'm sure y'all are going to make us proud this year too with your consistent projects, and do keep that consistency throughout. Do join other clubs, just like Shana mentioned. Just don't finish it with University of Mora tour. I'm expecting to see a lot of members joining other clubs and making this movement to grow to many more successful initiatives and take it to greater heights. Thank you very much for the opportunity given, and thank you for having us. All the other inputs when it comes to documentation, I think it comes after the official meeting with the general members. Thank you for having us again, and hope to see you all soon physically. And do stay safe, and cheers. Thank you.
Thank you for those encouraging and lovely words. So moving on, we are moving to one of the significant projects that's a key initiative under the Professional Development Avenue, and it's happening these days as well. At the beginning as well, I mentioned that's Are You Ready? And this time it's happening through a virtual platform entirely. So to share about the current progress of the project, I would like to invite Rotaractor Sachin Silva, the co-director of the Club Services Avenue and the co-chairperson of the project.
Hi everyone, I'm Sachin Silva, co-chairperson of Are You Ready? And I also want to introduce Manu Tenuka, who is also in this meeting, the co-chairperson of Are You Ready? So this year we are going to host the Are You Ready program, the official career fair of the university, for the 25th consecutive year. So moving on to next slide. So one of the key importance of an undergraduate is to get employed in a reputed company in Sri Lanka. So Are You Ready is the one of the main platforms for undergraduate in the University of Mora to develop their skills and cover the gap between the corporate and undergraduate and the corporate sectors. So can you move to the next slide, please? So previous 24 years, it was held as an physical event, but in this 25th year, it will be under these new normal conditions. We have to look after the safety of our key stakeholders. That means the corporate personnel and our final year undergraduates. So to that, we take the we scale up the project to a whole new fully virtual program, and all the preparatory sessions and the flagship fair is on a fully virtual platform. So next slide, please. So when it comes to the project flow, there are about series of projects, and 2 of them are already done, and best is yet to come in the lineup. So next slide, please. Moving on to the first event, it's the heads up. So to get selected for a job interview, undergraduates should make a proper CV and make it in a proper manner that attracts and outstands his importance for the company to make it recruited under these difficult conditions we are currently facing in the country. So to that, we have taken a facilitator from the London Stock Exchange Group, who is a partner of our Are You Ready program, and it was happened 11th of November at 7 p.m. on Zoom, and we had a participation of over 500 plus live audience throughout the Zoom session, and as well as Facebook Live, as you can see in the screenshot. So let's move to the next session. After months getting idea about the CV, then we get the next moving stage of how to get the how to adapt to the corporate environment in these new normal conditions and handle the corporate expectations of a company. So for that, we had bring up 4 high-profile corporates to the program, and they were Mrs. Kasturi Chandra Wilson, CEO of Hemas Holdings, Supunveera Singh, the Group Director of Dialog, Mr. Heminda Jayavira, CEO of Slintech, and Mr. Prasanna Karunaratne, Head of Operations of LSEG. And that session was happened a few days ago on 17th, and we had a 250 plus live audience through Facebook and Zoom. So next slide. Moving on, we are the upcoming session, which will be happening on tomorrow, 22nd of November, will be the image. It is basically to create a unique image of oneself to be the create a own personal branding and stand out the rest of others to get in top of the corporate ladder. So for that, we are inviting a guest speaker, Mr. Diane Gomez, who is the former chairman of Teleclothing and the group director of Mars. And it will be happening tomorrow at 6 p.m. And we are inviting everyone to take participating, and registrations have already started, and you have already seen the forms. Okay, let's move on. So the resume center. So at the heads up, one has get the idea about how to prepare a proper CV and how to make it unique. So after that, we are having a CV clinic program. That means 2 reputed companies, John Kills Holdings and LSGG, will come together with 42 HR professionals on 27th of November. And we have already taken the CVs of 4th year final year undergraduates, and we have already 760 submissions, and they were already sent to the respective organizations. At the 27th, we will be having a CV one-to-one CV clinic program. That means there will be a HR personnel and undergraduate will come together, and he will be giving feedback to the CV which prepared by the undergraduate with the help of our heads up program. And undergraduate can clarify anything related to the anything he wanted to know to make it more clear, to create a proper CV that will be uploaded to our registration portal to show the companies at the flagship fair. So moving on. Before the flagship fair, there will be basically few companies are coming for the university who have wide varieties of opportunities, and they have Career Insights is a tech platform to pitch their opportunities and which they offer, and also the future of their companies, which the first year, second year, third year undergraduates can have a good understanding about what the things we should improve to get recruited in these big companies in the upcoming years. So it will be happening from 2nd to 6th of December. And this is the current lineup. We have LSEG, Dialog, JKS, and MAS Nestle are currently in the proceedings. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, this is the key event of our program. That means we are currently creating a platform that will facilitate 1,000 plus undergraduates and 40 plus companies, and undergraduates have the preference to choose their respective companies they are going to face in the flagship fair, and there will be one-to-one mock interviews done in virtual platforms. That means through Zoom. So basically, the platform is so companies are there are about 30 companies have been confirmed and registered to the platform, and we are also continuing to hunt more companies to get on board to the career fair, and we are expecting more than 40 companies will be at the flagship fair. And it will be a 3-day program, 16 to 18 December, and there will be 2 sessions per day and 6 sessions per already. And at a session, there will be about 30 to 40 live one-to-one Zoom sessions happening at the same time and conducted through separate Zoom accounts. So there will be a lot of opportunities to creating for everyone of the everyone in this meeting from the Rotaract Club of University of Mora, and I invite everyone to take part in this program and get the exposure of the industry, which will be helpful for you for a lifetime. So thank you very much for the opportunity, Winnie. You can take that.
Thank you, Sajinay. So the next in line project is Project Scholar. That's a novel endeavor conducted by Rotaract Mora to support our very own undergraduates to overcome financial barriers during their academic tunnel. So to speak on this project, what's happening in this project, I would like to invite Rotaractor Dushan Disanayake, the co-director of this professional development avenue.
Hello, everyone. So I'm going to brief you about another initiative by Rotaract Mora, the Scholar. Actually, this has been another dream of Rotaract Mora for years to come up with our own scholarship grant for the benefit of our own undergraduates. So making it a reality, we initiated the project Scholar in collaboration with Mosful Martinez Foundation, which is also an organization with a vision of creating opportunities to uplift the standards of vulnerable students. So if we talk about necessity of this project, even though the government has already established Mahapula and bursary schemes to help students financially, there are still ineligible students who do not fall under such schemes due to regional quota criteria, income considerations, and many more reasons. If we consider those students, on average, they perform well in academics, and most of them carries the whole responsibility of their families by doing part-time jobs and many more things. So we thought of helping such students can bring meaningful change to those families, and also we conduct this project not to just give away money, but to give the message to inspire these scholarship recipients to carry forward this assistance they had once they reach their life destination and help someone else. So moving on to the next slide, we have a 1.5 million fund dedicated for this project. At the initial stage, we decided to select 50 undergraduates from the university who are in need of financial assistance to stick with their higher studies, and grant them the scholarship monthly basis for 6 months for an academic year. So these undergraduates will be selected by a joint committee comprising the university academic staff and the members of Mosful Martinez Foundation. We are about to set off our platform for the applications in coming week, and our plan is to disburse the first set of the grant in next month. And we have a plan of continuing this project for another 2 years. Since Rotaract Mora has been uplifting the society over 25 years now, we think this will be a great initiative to uplift the lives of the people around us and make their path to achieve the best in their academics. So that's all about Project Scholar. And without further delay, I will hand over the proceedings to Winnie.
Thank you, Dashanai. So that brings us to the end of another set of projects, but that's not all. We have many more, but the time is the only constraint we have. So moving on, I would like to welcome another special guest we have today. So it's a privilege to have you on board, a person who inspires all the 78 clubs in Sri Lanka and Maldives. That's the District Rotaract Representative, Rotarian Rotaractor, past President Kasun Segera.
Thank you very much, Shovini, for that very kind and generous introduction. A very good evening to all of you. Hope you're doing well and staying safe. Wow, Rotaract Mora. Speaking to you itself is going to be a challenge because I, at times, get the inspiration from you. So it's going to be quite challenging to speak to all of you today. But nevertheless, a very good evening to once again. And I hope, I mean, obviously, we know that you're doing well and doing so well in terms of your initiatives, and it definitely is an inspiration to most of us because seeing how this movement adapts so fast and seeing how we find opportunities amidst the crisis, it's just truly mind blowing. But I'm gonna take the opportunity to speak to our members of Rotaract Mora in a very different sense, because in my opinion, and ever since I was a DRR elect, my thought about being there in a DRR visit has been very different. It has always been about how I want to understand the membership of our movement. Yes, during the last 3 months, we managed to have a significant growth in terms of our members. We managed to reach 7,200 plus members, and it's exponentially growing. We managed to reach 2 new provinces in terms of existence. Yeah, all of that we have done. Yes, and all of that we've done amidst the pandemic. But I would want to do this visit of DRR in a very different way. I want to hear from you as to what you want to achieve in terms of Rotaract and what you want to achieve in terms of your own lives, because times are changing as such, right? So I'm going to use the chat box, assuming that all of you are still awake, and I know like most of you must be hungry, wanting to have your dinner very very soon. But let's hold it for a few more minutes. I'm going to ask you a quick question. I want all of you to type in your answers on the chat box. Why did you join Rotaract Mora? In one word, type your answer. Why did you join Rotaract Mora? 1 or maximum 2 words. That's all. And I don't want you to think so much. Just type in your answers. I'm just looking at the answers so that I say I have a understanding about the membership we have. Okay, right, fine. I think I gather like most of it, like most of them wanting to gather new experiences, some wanting to serve, some obviously being influenced by friends, experience, community service. Okay, right. I'm going to ask you guys another question. Okay, we have another few more answers coming in. I'm just going to have a look for 2 minutes. I mean, just a minute, maybe. Okay, right. Awesome. Fine. That's fine. I'm going to ask you guys a question. So far in Rotaract, have you been able to achieve what you wanted to achieve, or like what you expected out of the moment after joining Rotaract Mora? Have you achieved it or not? If you have achieved it, say yes. If you have not achieved it, say no. And I want to hear from you. Okay. Amazing. Right. Yes and no. Okay, awesome. Right. I'm just going to trust you guys on the words that you're saying. And the next question I'm going to have is, have you gotten enough out of Rotaract so far so that you would consider joining or continuing Rotaract? Have you gotten enough so far, or has Rotaract been impactful enough in your life or through what you have done to a level that you would consider it to be continued and made a part of your life? I want a very honest answer, yes or no. So we had 25 or 26 answers that said yes. Okay, so here we go. Now, the reason I was asking all of you these questions is to tell you what Rotaract means to us, to tell what it means to be a Rotaractor, and also to tell you now that I had the opportunity to move out of a club level, to go work in a district steering committee level, and then to move to the position of a DRR, and understanding that the fact that it's just a 12-month tenure, I'll tell you like what I feel about being a Rotaractor, what I've observed being a Rotaractor. When it comes to being a Rotaractor, most of us think Rotaract is about, this is probably something that I've learned out of talking to some of the Rotaractors. Something I've observed is that people consider Rotaract to be a movement where you're there to serve one another. And some people think Rotaract is a movement which is just volunteerism for primarily community service. And some people think Rotaract is a movement where you might not get a lot to yourself or is an extra burden for yourself. Let me correct you in terms of that. From what I've observed, Rotaract can be the platform that provides you the opportunity to get in new partners for the business that you always wanted to start. Rotaract can be the platform that gives you the support that you would want in terms of wanting to develop yourselves. Rotaract can be the platform for that one person who was, hesitantly go out there and speak in another language to develop themselves. Rotaract can also be the movement, irrespective of your proficiency in language, in your academics, in your general knowledge, or in terms of your general capabilities. You could try to do something different so that the society benefits out of it and you yourself benefits out of it. So the perception is as such. Now, why do I say this? Because in a movement like us, we have 7,000 of the 7,200 members. So expectations of the movement is very different. I've always been asked this question, why did I want to be a DRR? I'm just telling you in a very honest sense. I'll tell you why. Rotaract is a platform where you volunteer. And me, I am working, and I was, having a couple of startups. And why should I, have this extra burden? Now, all of you guys are hardworking. All of you guys have so many impactful initiatives. All of you have so much of, work. All of you have so much academics, right? And then at times, Rotaract could be less of a priority for you, right? So understanding all of that, in my case, there was a job that I was establishing myself in, and then there were two startups that I really wanted to focus on, and then there were also like a couple of other things that I obviously after doing all of that have to balance personal life as well. Doing all of this, why did I want to have that extra burden? I'll tell you why. The way we looked at Rotaract is always as a movement for community service, or it was as equal as any other community service organization. But no, that is not the future that I see for Rotaract. Rotaract is a movement for professionals. Rotaract is a movement where an average student like me, who does not have the capability or does not come from an English-speaking background, can come out there to learn new things and to groom themselves. Rotaract has to be a fraternity that connects all the 9 provinces of Sri Lanka and even the world beyond. Our Rotaractors have done tremendously well, including your club, who has done so much well, consistently, even at an international level. But that is not where our potential is. Our potential is when we come together, when we explore the opportunities that are there for our membership and for our clubs at all to come together and to work together so that they could actually utilize the strength that is there in the movement and where professionals can come and lead this movement. Just so that to show a person who's working 5 days a week or 6 days a week, who has working schedules from 8 o'clock in the morning to probably 5:30 in the night or evening, can still come back and to lead a movement. All of you guys are hardworking, definitely. Imagine, and that is at one club level. Imagine having had to attend the matters of 75 clubs and administrative work, the changes in the movement, and even in a moment where like we have pandemic that is ongoing and your decisions are not valid. Somebody spoke to us about how the decisions are like changing drastically. It's the nature of this time period. Most of us would have taken that Rotaract is a platform that that needs more physical gathering. Yes, it does, but it is also the movement that finds out like opportunities to do better, even to adapt better during tough times as this. So my invitation to all of you guys is this: you have the potential. You have the potential to lead this movement. You have the potential to discover yourselves. Continue, because we have 6 district steering committee members from your club as we speak. We have ladies who are making miracles at the district executive committee level and even beyond. So continue Rotaract, because the Rotaract Sri Lanka and Maldives deserves you, and Rotaract Sri Lanka and Maldives and Rotaract worldwide deserves your thought-shape. So good luck to all of you. Looking forward to working with all of you. I mean, in terms of what you deliver, there is so much inspiration that I gather myself. So keep inspiring, keep doing amazing things. You have the potential to make a difference, and sending you a lot of love in terms of being a part of Sri Lanka's largest non-aligned youth movement, and we will continue to strive forward, and obviously strive as well. Thank you very much. Have yourself a fabulous evening, and make sure, no matter what you do, enjoy it, and specifically in Rotaract, enjoy everything you do, enjoy the fellowship, go out there, find new friends, and connect to new other Rotaract clubs, continue your journey, and also do all of this while you enjoy. Have yourself a very, very, very fabulous evening. Over to you guys.
Thank you for those amazing words and for the members joining with us today. So I'm sure sometimes you may have questions. So when we have such an individual on board, why would you miss the opportunity to get the doubts clear? So if you have any questions, you can ask from the district Rotaract representative himself. So unmute your mics, and if you have doubts to clarify, that this is the chance for it.
Hello, I'm Senit. As the DRR, you have a bird's eye view of how Rotaract impacts our society. From what you've seen, can you share with us just how much of a difference has Rotaract made over the years in Sri Lanka?
For certain. So in terms of Rotaract at a macro level, we've always enjoyed the privilege of working as individual clubs, right? What we have done always is that Rotaract Club of A doing something big, Rotaract Club of B doing something big, and things like that. But what I saw is that the impact when you go out to the grassroots level of the society, specifically when you go outside Colombo, the impact that the Rotaractors of that respective community are taking and they are having on the community, which is amazing. There are people, because what we see is just the Rotaractors who we get to see, right? But when you go out there to their own communities, when we see the original concept of a grassroots level community-based Rotaract club, where okay, how would I say, a Rotaract club that respects a community, I mean, that represents a community, right? A village-bound community, let's say. When those guys are the ones who actually makes a difference in the society around them, that impact is going to trickle down to the rest of the spheres. think about an area where the youth does not get much of an education, or think about a fishing community, right? When these guys comes together and start working on something, Rotaract becomes a platform for them to engage themselves, obviously with something better. And now that you ask me, like, how do I see at a macro level, I would say, number one, it definitely has a tremendous impact on community in terms of the service element that we have. But I am a firm believer we haven't even realized at least 20% of our true potential. Yes, because it has always been us trying to do things as clubs. Okay, one question: how many of our members know that they are a part of the largest youth movement in Sri Lanka? How many of our members go and say that they are a Rotaractor, and they get that benefit of doubt cleared out, that they have an added advantage at the next job interview? Nowhere. When we go and try to work out for corporate partnerships, with companies like MAs and things like that, we have always reached out as clubs. But when you have the numbers, when you have the results to show, there is so much that you can achieve, which is why I said, like, we haven't realized even 20% of our actual progression that we can have. So at a grassroots level, there's so much that we can do, and more you try to see it from a bird's eye point of view, like you very correctly said, you realize we have done a lot, but there's so much that we can do. And also, now that you asked me that question, and at an individual capacity for our Rotaractors, in my opinion, for most Rotaractors, Rotaract is a positive distraction. So in terms of that, for at least 7,000 people, I know there are people who consider this as a positive distraction. So I know there will be at least 7,000 people who are going to look at society differently. So probably that's the biggest impact that I think we have achieved. So yeah, I hope I tried answering. I know I did not have a very statistical answer to give you, but in terms of impact, I think that is where Rotaract has been tremendously influential. So yeah.
Thank you for that. That was like really great answer. I really enjoyed listening to that. Thank you.
Do we have any more questions?
Hi everyone. I'm Rotaract Pereira. I'll ask you a question. It might be a personal question. What are the factors motivated you to join Rotaract in the beginning?
Okay, so I was never a fan of Rotaract, to be very honest. I was never a fan of Intract also. And I initially joined Rotaract, because some of my friends were forcing, honestly. And I was from a very remotely located, not very remotely, but remotely located town. So I always loved my hometown, right? So because of that, what I realized that I could do something in the community, right? And that is the major reason that I joined Rotaract. But then ever since that, I realized there is so much that you can achieve at the moment. And then I definitely took it like personal. I definitely found out the opportunities that are there. The reason that two of my startups were actually started is because of Rotaract. Because of seeing the potential that is there in the youth, I thought why not utilize this? Because it's about me connecting them to the next opportunity also. So that is where I've seen Rotaract, and those are, initially it was just primarily initially just mainly about fellowship, but then later on it was about doing something for my own community. And what kept me going as the motivating factors is progression and the growth and the impact that we have. So I think that is what has always been my motivating factors. So yeah, in a personal basis, just so that even end of a tiring day, when that you have 3-4 meetings till 12 or 1 o'clock at night, even the reason that will keep you going is the fact that you can see tangible results of the decision that you're taking, and that has definitely been the most pressing factors for me to continue Rotaract and to be in Rotaract. So yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Hi everyone. So I do have a question. So my question is about the global recognition of the Rotaract movement. Now we know there are so many youth-run organizations all around the world, and they do different volunteering projects, and there's some sort of a youth inclination towards this kind of organization. So my question is that what makes us significant comparing those other youth-run movements and youth-run organization, and what about the Rotaract movement, the global recognition of the Rotaract movement in the international arena?
Okay, so my answer is going to be not a very famous answer. I would say like these probably the radical thoughts that I have in terms of Rotaract coming out at a global level. Even our numbers is around 250,000 Rotaractors, right? And yes, we are present in 189 countries. That's an added advantage. But at a global level, I still think even as a movement, we haven't figured out the core elements that Rotaract needs to be around, right? Yes, there is a lot of recognition that we are getting. Even from Rotary International itself, we are getting a lot of recognition. I mean, that is why the Elevate Rotaract policy change and things are happening. That is why now Rotaractors are almost equivalent to being Rotarians, right? Things like that. But the naked reality from what I've seen is we still don't have that orientation as a movement, right? What differentiates us? Like you very correctly said, there are so many youth-run organizations, right? We haven't had that core element defined as to what Rotaract needs to be, right? We are a bit of everything, right? Which is also, in my thinking, can be defined into be what Rotaract stands for. We have to be an all-inclusive movement where everyone gets something out of it, right? But in terms of global recognition, if you're looking at the club perspectives, yes, if you are a Rotaractor and if you go to a community where there's a Rotaract club, you'll be recognized as a part of a global movement, right? But in terms of that growth also, there is so much that you can do. Now, for instance, yesterday, actually, like some of the DISCO members would know, I got the opportunity to nurture a DRR in Great Britain, right? So when it comes to Rotaract in Great Britain, it's very different, okay? The way they operate, it's very different, right? So in terms of a global level, we are being recognized for the impact that we have, and they want us to go and train them, right? So at a global level, yes, there is recognition. I mean, we are a part of Rotary International, where there's, where you were the key stakeholder in terms of elimination of polio, right? Yes, that recognition is there. But I've always had this question. Yes, it was Rotary who eliminated polio, right? But what is that differentiative factor that Rotaract has, right? Let's face it, like some of us were not even born by the time polio was eliminated. So this is not even relevant, right? So yes, in terms of the presence, there is recognition. You can always go and say like, we are a part of the movement that is present in 189 countries, and you're a part of a great movement which is filled with fellowship and impact. Obviously, carrying out so many initiatives, but in a global perspective also, I think it still is a learning curve for us. So Rotaract has taken 50 years to define ourselves. Maybe it will take about another 10 years to define and identify what our core values of the movement is, and how Rotaract at a global level will be recognized and looked about. That brand persona about a Rotaractor will take certain time to be developed at a global level specifically. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you, sir. I mean, if I never expected that answer, because most of us, if you ask a question, they always try to emphasize on the positive side, but you said that we can do better, which is something that we cannot see these days. So thank you for giving that honest answer. Thank you, sir. And thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Is that all we have?
Hi everyone, I'm Rotaractor Fernando. This is also might be a kind of personal question, but yeah, but my question is, what was the biggest challenge you faced starting out as a member of a Rotaract club, and how did you overcome it?
A very good question. So in terms of being, okay, so when I joined Rotaract Club of Caledonia, we had a severe problem because we had only 10 members to begin with. And we have not, received citation. And obviously, I did not know what citation was. And then I did like 2 projects. And then after that, I was asked to take on the presidency. So it was just a whole different level. And, when you see like the way that a community-based club operates, the way that it operates from is significantly different when it comes to the way that a institute-based club operates, right? So the challenges was, first of all, there to get a club that was filled with how would I say, an emotional centric thought process that was always talking about what we used to instead of what is happening right now, to get up and running so that Rotaract Club of Caledonia could be an active club, right? And we always had I always had this decision that I wanted to make, whether I wanted to be that popular person trying to do, how would I say, trying to go in the same direction that the members always want, or should I change it, right? But what we did was we strategically defined what we wanted to achieve. It is a very small club, like I said, it was 10 members. I mean, you would be wondering, what can you do with 10 members? So at the end of the year, I wanted to achieve like at least 400% growth, which we did. We had 50 plus members by the time we ended the year, and then a club that did not have even the district citation ended up being the emerging club of the district. But all of that were just based on like different challenges. So, and it is also defining my Rotaract career because of the fact that I was learning Rotaract also, right? And I was learning some of the things in the hard way, right? So the challenges, I can't just say like, okay, this was the biggest challenge and things like that. But first and foremost, being a president at a community-based club was definitely a challenge. And it was almost a club where like, if I send out a message, okay guys, like we have a meeting, can you come and join? No one's going to confirm. I mean, yes, a couple of people will confirm, and the list would be like, okay, 3 members confirm, that is yourself, your secretary, and obviously like one member who always comes, right? And then when you say, guys, we might go for dinner after the meeting, then all of a sudden the list afterwards fills up, right? So the biggest challenge what I faced was understanding the membership, and also trying to show that we needed change, because it's very hard. It's really hard to change the thought process of a person, right? Because they are accustomed to think based on what they have seen in the moment. And specifically, if you see in a community-based club, we have different types of members, right? We have the ones who have been there for 10 plus years, right? I mean, almost 10 years. So what Rotaract used to be back in the day and what Rotaract is now is very different. Trying to change that mindset, if I were to define that one challenge, was the biggest challenge I faced. But I think it worked out well, and it definitely seems to be working. So yeah, I mean, if I were to define that one challenge, I think it was always about changing the mindset of the people, and obviously getting a club that had 10 members up and running. So that was the 2 challenges if I were to really define 2. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
Nice. Any more questions, or are we done? I think we are okay. Yeah. Right. So I think I've tried answering all the questions I got. But yeah, one thing I want to leave all of you with is a very simple message. In Rotrac, never be scared to take opportunities. Never be scared to accept opportunities. If you have the right intention and if you have the right team, you can always make wonders, and you will always get that support that you deserve to have, right? And if you don't trust me, think of an year where you have a transitional period from a global pandemic, where you were to lose like a lot of your members because elevator track policy change and the fear of it coming in, and then where every decision that you are making is going to change, maybe like in a few hours. We still I thoroughly think like we have done good, right? So, and that is because of the support that is there in the moment. So try your level best to achieve that, and please do continue Rotrac, because like I said, Rotrac deserves to be a part of your life, and Rotrac Sri Lanka and Maldives deserves to have you taking up leadership in a district level, at a club level, and obviously a country like us definitely need that radical leadership. If not, we will be stagnant for the next 70 years of our lives also, right? So see if you can make a difference, and while you do all of that, please do enjoy the fellowship that is there in the moment. You guys are not kids. You know how to have fun and to learn out of it. And obviously you will find better ways of, enjoying your life through Rotrac also. And yeah, and one thing, I think I have to say this, I got a PM also to say this. If you haven't found out a new set of friends, thanks to Rotrac, if you haven't gone out there and connected to Rotaractors outside your club, if you haven't made international friends, if you haven't made international connections, if you haven't found out new opportunities to define your career life, if you haven't gotten anyone asking for your CV, so that they could refer you to someone else, and if you haven't gotten any sort of career progression thanks to Rotrac, and if you are specifically not seeing any progression in terms of you as a person, you haven't gotten the best out of Rotrac. So I think that will help you to define your Rotrac careers. Have a very good evening.
Thank you for sharing those valuable ideas with us. And for our members, I think you all got a better insight about the journey as a Rotaractor. So thank you for that. And yeah, we are moving to the next session, a most awaited part of the event. I can call it as like that as well. So Rotaract Mora, having a history of 25 years, if someone asks the reason for the success of our club, that's our very own members. Our members are the core of our club, and without them, of course, we would not make the journey as beautiful and fruitful as it is today. So we will never fail, and we will never hesitate to value our members' contribution towards our club. And based on the recently developed Link R platform, it's a digital membership tracking platform. We have recognized some of the outstanding individuals who perform really well, who contribute exceptionally for the success of our club. So to recognize those amazing individuals, I would like to invite the club's co-director of membership development, Rotaractor Lakshani Paturage.
Thank you, Winnie. Hello, everyone. As you guys know, as our DRR mentioned, like club membership is the main root of our club. And can you move on to the next slide? As a newly initiated Link Card is a platform where we can get to know about our members' contributions and can filter the best performing members throughout the year. And can you go to the next slide? And in our Linkar platform, we are keep on tracking y'all, and we have ongoing 27 active projects, and we have 157 total contributors, and overall we have 341 total members in Linkar. And we are happy to say in month of October, we had our first induction ceremony for this year, and we inducted 50 members based on Linkar membership tracking. And we have another few stats according to the avenue participation. And in environmental service avenue, we have around 35 membership participation. And in club service, we have around 50 participation. And in professional development avenue, we have around 45 membership participation. And we have the highest participation in our community service avenue. It's around 99. And then we have international service avenue participation around 38. Over to you, Samila.
Sorry, if you can stay here. I think, but I think Kasunaya also touched this point, right? We are a movement that sort of have a bit of everything, right? I think at the very beginning of Kasunaya's speech, he mentioned the values that this movement offers you, right? So imagine yourself, this specifically goes out to all the general members in the club. If you work in one particular avenue, that's great. You will definitely learn something. But if you can expand that, if you can work across multiple projects, take leadership roles across multiple avenues, you're definitely going to get the entire holistic experience of Rotaract. And I think that is what at Rotaract Mora we need, because you look at my entire board of directors, there isn't going to be a single person who has worked at a single avenue. They've worked across all avenues, and that helps them to get the entire experience of Rotaract. You get to serve your community, you get to expand your professional, your professional behavior. You get to meet some amazing friends through club service. You get to serve the environment that is around you, and you get to work with your international community as well. So that's what Rotaract provides you. And this is just a very small appreciation that we can give to all the amazing hard work that you guys have done. I've always said I have so much love and respect to the general members of this club, because as a president, I couldn't have asked for a better membership than you all. So this is just a very small appreciation that goes out to the most hardworking members of the club. Yes, there is only few names here. These are purely based on the stats that we've received from Linkar, which is our dedicated membership tracking portal. So I thought if you are to recognize them, appreciate them, today is a very special day. We have a very special guest with us. They are our very own DRR Rotaractor Kasunaya. So now I'll hand over things to Kasunaya so that he can basically, point out who has worked tremendously well over the last 4 years, over the last 4 months of Rotaract Mora. Kasunaya, if you can go through each name one by one, would be like a huge honor to us.
Sure. Thank you, Samila. So members who are performing in all 4 avenues, I'll go by one. Avishka Pereira and moving on to Baun Mavitagama, Bimsara Pereira, who you obviously saw right now, yes, and Chamatsara Fernando. I hope I'm getting the names right. Yeah. Charitma Hetiarachi, Imalsha or Imalshalianake, yes. Naveen Hadanlarachi, okay, and Rochelle Comesta. Did I pronounce it right? Hope I don't get
Rochelle, actually.
Oh, right. Okay. Rochelle Comesta and Shahan Paul. Right. Congratulations to all of you. And we also have a couple of members who are performing in all avenues. Number one, Sandhini Riyanake, and then the second one, Uvini Ranavira. Congratulations to all of you. Hope you guys achieve greater heights in terms of Rotaract and in terms of all of your personal endeavors as well. Over to you, Samila.
Thank you very much, Kasana. That was very lovely. Now I think we are coming to a close. Uvini, let me again hand over the proceedings back to you.
Thank you, Samala, and thank you, Rotary and Rotaract Cousin Segera for that. For that. And so we are moving towards the end of the meeting. Guys, I'm reminding again that if you haven't filled the form that we have shared on the chat box, please fill it out to track your participation. So that's it. So leaving wonderful memories to take back home, we have come to the end of the general meeting. So for the month of November, so to officially wind up the meeting, I would like to invite the president of Rotaract Mora, Rotaractor Samila Imbalana.
Thank you, Vinny. Thank you very much for keeping the energy throughout the session. And it was lovely having you as the host today. And thank you very much to all the members who've attended. We have a few more things to get done, like few more official parts to do in this DRR visit. So once this, once this general meeting is done, I would like to ask all my board members to remain on the call. So with that, it's been a pleasure, again, seeing you guys in our general meeting. Hoping to see the more of you in the upcoming projects, upcoming month as well. So yes, guys, thank you very much. Good night and stay safe. So with that, let me formally terminate today's meeting. And with that, I would like to, I terminate the DRR visit and the general meeting for the month of November for fellowship. Thank you. I think I would also now informally would like to ask everyone to turn on their camera so that we can take a small picture with our district steering committee personnel. Who's gonna take the picture? Club service?
Okay, then I'll take it.
You give us a countdown and then take it.
So it will be a 3, 2, 1. There will be, we have to take 3 photos to capture everyone. 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's move to the next. Again, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. One last time. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you very much, guys. See you very soon. If I can have the board members